Been with SuperPumped podcast, day 3 of 40 days in the wilderness. Thanks for joining me today. I am in Key Cocker, Belize. This morning I was walking and I came across a lot of cool things, but one of the things I saw was this barber shop. You can see the lawn chair up there and the cooler and all the cutting supplies and all that. The first thing I thought was, man, I wish I had hair. It would make things so much easier. You go out scuba and snorkeling, everybody else has hair, it protects their head. I get a sunburn, no fun, chrome dome. That was my first thing. I really wish I had hair. And I thought back to how before I started my ministry, I actually did have hair. So that's how long my ministry has gone on before this renewal leave sabbatical. Beyond that, I was thinking about the richness of that guy's life. And by a lot of entrepreneurial standards, a single chair on a porch, you would say that's not a sustainable business or a good business or a business maybe that most people would want to have. Yet the reality is that business, I've been here a couple of days, and that business has been closed every day during national holiday, which means that entrepreneur has probably had time to be with their family, maybe go out on a boat, enjoy meals together. We're coming up on a couple others. Here's Amelia's Island Juices and Island Bites. And then down here, some really good pizza. It's called Dolly's Pizza. Anyway, as I was thinking about that, I had a client right before I left who has a really good business. He is running a really profitable mid-six-figure business. I think he's bringing in somewhere between $300,000 and $500,000 a year, which is a lot of money. He came to me because he really wants to scale that business to the next level. He wants to take it to a level where it's generational wealth. He can retire at a really young age if he builds that up. As I was thinking about that roadmap of what that would entail, this man had a wife, he has a kid, and right now he has a pretty good work-life balance. What that's going to entail from him as the leader, as the driving force behind that, is a lot of sacrifice. I know it because I've done it. We've got to think about, is all that worth it? Is it worth it to be gone and driving on holidays? Or maybe you're home, but you're sitting at your computer, I've been there, and you're running through numbers and doing things that maybe you just didn't have time for that week, and your kids are tugging on you, or your kids have a ball game and you're like, oh, I wish I could go, but I have got to get all this done. Are you working to live or living to work? I know firsthand, as someone who's failed in one of those things, I launched a salad business, Salad Sage. It was doing well, and then I expanded it into 4 other cities. I was in 5 cities, and the amount of work that took was massive. My hope was that I was going to grow this thing to a point where I could then either sell it off completely to a larger food service corporation, or I could franchise it. That was the dream. But that never happened. That was a fail, I guess you would say. But in the process, I missed all this time in life, with my wife, with my kids, with my community. I started to think, who was better off really? Was it me trying to blow this salad concept up to the moon? Or was it the guy who had a single barber chair who was there when a key community member lost a parent and they were there to cut their hair and make them look good for the funeral, or being there to give a young man his last haircut before he got married, and that was going to be in the wedding photos, and to hear all the community gossip? But which had a richer life? Which was a fuller life? The guy who blew it up, a Mark Zuckerberg type, or a Jeff Bezos, and went big and had the IPO or franchised this incredible Chipotle concept? Or is it the guy who's able to take those holidays with the family and be there for his kids and for his community? Think about that today. Just simple thought as I wander around Key Cocker is, are you living to work or working to live? Thanks for joining me today. 40 days in the wilderness, day 3, and I will see you tomorrow. If you've ever dreamed of pressing pause and rediscovering what makes your heart sing, I invite you to follow along on our YouTube channel or on SuperPumped Life on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. I'll be posting every day, not only a podcast, but updates, stories, bonus coverage, and reflections through this SuperPumped adventure. If you're one of our awesome audio-only listeners, I would encourage you to go over to YouTube to see the incredible video footage of all that is going on in this 40-day super pumped adventure in the wilderness. Thanks for joining me today, and I will see you tomorrow.